Hello, everybody.
I'm S.
I'm T. Now, the irony of our mission today, it's not lost on us. But we really need these deeds. We really want that money. You notice we've spent a lot lately. All right, we have the Iron Frog in the front. He's adventure, and tactician. So I want you to think about this: 15 damage. Plus 45, he will have a 60% damage increase. Brood. We have our evasive Nymphomania, Bobby Joe.
Baba Joe. Here, Baba Joe. They're not telling us Scotland a slow draw, but he's a higher jam.
So he's got Rampart Shield with the Brawler's Gloves. Rampart moves him forward one. And he will be opening every round with Rampart. We got
Toodles. To de-stress everyone.
with his bleeds.
That won't
Really work, so he's more on buff and stress duty.
We
And
got viewpoint.
we will be redoing her skills. Now that stuns have been made literally worthless, thank you.
Shields do damage.
And I gave her the tenacity ring because that's really good. She's also a ruined scoundrel.
To go with our ruins
Ruined
tactician.
tactician.
Not
and
another ruins scoundrel. To
Got
go
a
with
lot
our
of-
ruins tactician and ruins adventurer.
We got a lot of ruined stuff. Got a lot of bonuses today.
That's rock.
It's gonna be a long dungeon, so I'm just going to veto and say we're taking all the food. So we can't have starvation be a problem.
Or else we'll die.
2 stacks of shovels,
And just what? A scattering of other things?
6 keys.
Herbs aren't really needed.
Start with 2 herbs.
But we need holy water.
Oh, we'll take about 4 of them. A bandage and a anti-venom.
Any torches or no?
A torch. And we'll take a stack of torches.
Do we put trinkets on everyone? Yes, we
Yep,
did.
we have trinkets on everybody. I'm just thinking, do we want to sell some to more provisions? Or do you think this will be enough?
This will be good.
Alright.
Next time we'll say go to a loot mission. We'll having the antiquarian.
Well, our camping skills are great. A lot of stress relief, especially on Iron Frog. Got some great buffs. Some more great stress healing. And a nighttime ambush prevention. So, we are good to go.
Camp twice.
It's a good team.
Well, I guess one during and one after.
If we can get away with it.
Alright.
Okay, so I got my hands on the keyboard to do
Now, how long is a long mission?
Foreign.
Wow, that's an amazing scout chance.
Now, if we scout out every other room, we don't have to scout out these 2.
I would avoid those then, because there's just room battle. Now, how big is it? Let me see the entire mission.
I can't go any higher than this.
There's more.
Yes.
Damn.
Probably gonna be here longer than a half an hour. Just letting you know right now.
That's pretty good.
Those urns are fantastic.
That's with a full light.
As the light
Yes.
gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Now, luckily, this is not a champion level mission.
We'll be getting in. Well, the other thing about we're gonna be doing a bunch of champion level dungeons because they give you the ancestral items, which we're gonna collect all.
They're
of.
usually short though.
No, long. The long champion level dungeons
Ooh.
give you an ancestors item. 4.
They resist because they have no blood.
Yes. But I appreciate that kind of damage.
That's not, on his face.
Yeah.
Is that blood or is this some sort of ichor nasty? Like,
It's described to be this kind of burning, old, like, vinegar wine. Because, like, the wine's really old, so it's, like, turned to vinegar.
oh, it's actually wine.
Well, it was wine. At some point,
So this is burning slosh stuff.
basically.
Just infinite refilling cup of it.
Yeah.
Probably a magical item. The easy cantrip of what refill.
Yeah, the easy cantrip of, Yeah, refill.
But it's kind of molded.
Vinegar.
Yeah. Now just refill vinegar knife.
Continue
Yep.
the onslaught.
That burns.
Destroy them all.
He likes it. You can tell he's been drinking out of it.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I doubt it. It's probably just for show.
Probably was for show to begin with.
Immediately got rid of our bandage and our.
I'd get rid of the cistrine.
Most definitely.
Most definitely.
And the herbs, since we don't really do anything with them here.
Yeah. Why'd you bring them?
I didn't have a choice. He always brings an herb, and I think he does too. Or it's him. But two of our heroes always bring herbs, so I didn't have much of a choice.
Keep the torchlight out as long as possible.
I might leave us like 1 or 2 torches just in case we find like a shambler or something.
I don't think we'll find a shambler.
We'll be finding one or fighting one?
Fighting one. Or finding. That's the thing to summon them.
I think we'll find one. There's a pretty high chance that you find one in a long dungeon. I just hope we'll be in a good shape.
Before and after.
Yeah.
So if it ruins us after the fight, I mean, that's pretty bad.
Oh, I mean, I won't do it if we don't have a camp available to us. Unless it's like the very, very end of the dungeon.
You might just backtrack all the way back to it.
Yeah. If we're not, like, dead. We'll see in the moment.
Yep.
It might be a good idea. It might be a terrible idea.
Good thing he
Have we fought a collector yet?
No.
We haven't? Alright. We might find one.
In the ruins? Definitely.
Because they just spawn. They're not, like, summoned.
Success so
They're
clearly
collecting.
viewed. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
You want to move on?
Yeah.
We have plenty of portraits. Not, like, plenty. We have a good amount.
But it's too early in the dungeon for us to be getting rid of things.
Yeah, but this is our dungeon, Sean.
Wow. When he said 4 away, he really meant it, huh?
Yep.
Even the
So, I just want you to know that every single hallway battle could be a collector. Just in case you weren't paranoid or anything.
I'm not.
That could be it.
If it's a collector, we'll be getting a nice thing out of it.
Yeah. It's a good way to look at it. And if it was a collector right now, I'm sure we could handle it.
We're at kind of out of strength right now.
I really like our Jester stress relief game is he has basically this completely under control. So we don't got to worry about the stress all too much.
Yeah,
unless
she
they
heals
start
when she attacks, so Viewpoint will be fine on herself.
with on judgment,
another abomination cleansed from our lands.
which is nice.
That's a great ass ability. He's riposting. And he gets a +1 crit chance. Because he's ready.
That makes me kind of sad. In Pitch Black Dungeon, Harvest clears the corpse. Which is really useful. And I keep going to Harvest thinking, okay, we got our corpse clear. And we don't. We are corpse clearless. I'll just have him use Purge, which he should have equipped. Never mind.
Or she'll just holy light him to death.
Doomid.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Do you want those rest of those torches?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Alrighty. What do you have to offer? Another emerald. That was well worth the key.
Hmm?
So, you might want to figure out something to talk about. We're going to be in here for a little while. Can you carry a tune?
I can't whistle.
Neither can I. Donovan's playing Empire at War.
Star Wars.
The the mod that has like Thrawn in it and stuff. He should.
I can't get the mods to work.
He should let's play it. I don't know why he hasn't.
Executed with impunity.
It's weird.
I think Chuckins bumped into something. Alrighty. So,
Pumpkins.
yeah, it was just Chumpkins. This is a lot of money not to take.
What about the torches? Do we actually need them? We can probably find some.
The way is
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a
Path is
torch
clear.
thing sitting around somewhere.
We
Besides, we've been
require
ambushed
only the
literally by a
strength
shamble
to follow
before.
it.
That's only if it's pitch black.
He's probably gonna get pitch black in here.
Yeah, now that we've dropped our torches, probably.
We didn't bring enough torches to keep it up anyways.
I didn't really plan on keeping it up
No,
for
ever.
a long amount of time.
A hunger.
I want to keep it at least 2 stacks if we can manage it
Yeah.
for our.
Oh, armor.
Yeah, we'll get that. I don't think these spiders are gonna ruin us
Because they're dead.
Death
because they're
by
dying
inches.
very quickly.
Oh no, web.
As long as it doesn't stun them, it doesn't really
Butt
matter.
juice.
Butt juice.
Kill that one. Oh.
Everyone was like a little low. So.
He just stands there and it misses. I'd hit the one in the front.
Yeah.
Because that one in the middle is
As
just
the
going to
fiend
bleed.
falls,
Yeah.
a faint hope
And then he'll hit that one with his mace.
He'll crush the spider as you should. With a mace.
disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
I don't know how to feel about the fact that that spider's big enough to crush with a mace. That is 3,000 right there. That's not really a problem.
That doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't work.
I just think you just touch it.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I think this place was cursed long before the ancestor actually got here.
Well, this is stuff underneath the manor.
I'm starting to think.
No, wait. No, it's not even underneath the manor.
It's the
This got dug up.
This is the stuff his ancestor, this line just forgot about.
Because this was all buried. He dug all this up.
Iron maidens and things.
I guess we're gonna have to backtrack slightly.
It's not a creepy room or anything filled with iron maidens.
2 of them. They do got spikes on the inside. Bloodied, old spikes.
The skeletons probably crawled out of there already.
Probably, but they've been used before. That's really all you really need to know.
It's been used. What a nasty way to kill somebody.
What an unnecessary way to kill somebody. You have a sword, or an axe, or a spear, or shit, just a crossbow. You just lined them up. You think they did that? You think they'd like line people up and shoot them like 5 times with a bolt? Like 5 dudes just shoot them with a crossbow bolt?
They must have gotten the idea for a firing line from somewhere, right?
Well, yeah. I don't see why they wouldn't.
Just stab them. Or hang them. Come on, if you're executing them.
I mean,
Tried and
if
true
you're
method.
if you're really gonna execute somebody, the drop hang is the best way to do it. Because the subtle momentum of them dropping will just snap their neck, and you know that's
He's
the end
dead.
of that. It's really the cleanest way to execute somebody. I mean, we played around with like lethal injection and
And the extra chair and all that, but that's kind of just nasty. I mean, what if you fail? Because you need a unique concoction for every person.
yeah, and that's not cheap. But a rope works for everybody. You know, for the most part.
Unless he's like a Jotun or something, then I guess you
no,
don't
we just
really-
need a longer drop and a longer rope.
a stronger rope.
You need a chain if you really
Haunting the hearts of
really
men.
need to.
I'd say, do we want to leave those? We have crests.
We're doing pretty good on crest. We have like 70. Something.
We'll have to go on just supply runs, like get money and supplies, crests and things.
Yep. One of these days.
We're gonna have to take cultists to grab the cash again. Yeah, in the
The
middle.
antiquarian.
Yep.
If she bleeds, she dies. She's deaded.
Great
I'm
is
really
the
liking
weapon
this
that comes
team,
on its
yeah.
own.
Our stress is so low.
Thanks to the gesture, just getting rid of it and just nipping it in the bud, huh?
Yes. Also, I'm just saying a 12 stress heal.
That
is
guy
just,
got killed with 3 arrows to the back. I wonder if this place got invaded. Like, maybe this is not your family's just your family's catacomb, but possibly another family's catacomb as well.
There's a lot of dead people here for one family.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they had big families, but did they really bury them with their men?
Branch war, perhaps? Or maybe a civil war? Perhaps these are not the ancestors' men. Like our family. Character's family line's men, but somebody else's. Maybe that's why they attacked when he went in there.
Yeah,
There's
this might not be our catacomb.
Or it might be. They might have invaded our catacomb. Because there are still a bunch of dead dudes, right? That are dead. Even soldiers in, like, armor, dead. So maybe it's just the ones that were trying to kill our family that were there.
That got back up.
Yeah. To do their mission.
Finish the mission, we're the only ones left. Kind of situation.
Without even realizing it. The necromancer just raised them because they were willing to go up. An invading soldier's army. Or an invader's army. Met a ignoble
This
in
expedition
this
at
place,
least
this place.
promises success.
Contents are ours. More busts. Can't really do anything with them, to be honest.
We need the money. The emerald stack's pretty nice. Under no circumstances can we get rid of that. And if the sapphire stacks again, that's going to be
Yeah,
nice
I think
too.
they stack up to about 6.
If the sapphire starts stacking, if we get another sapphire, it's like we need to get the gems.
Well, if we get another sapphire, it's 2,000 gold, so...
We could get rid of a stack for it, basically, if we... Honestly, we just have to get rid of money sacks at that point. Drop sacks full of gold. So, I learned something, that if you actually did find a treasure chest filled with trick cash and you had to leave, you know, to just to grab what you could carry, grab gemstones instead of coins.
You know, talk about that place with the Black Death, where they buried all the dudes with the treasure. Talk
Oh
about
yeah.
That,
In
That
the
was
Black Death,
interesting.
they buried all over. They buried people with their stuff because everyone was too afraid to go get it.
Then they buried
Or
it,
the treasure hunters who got it, who went in there to get it, died of the plague.
because the plague still exists in the corpses.
Yeah, even today, to this day, the plague still exists. These corpses, and it's still deadly, and we still don't have a cure.
I mean, the plague strand that's most common kind of devolved into the common cold.
No, devolved is a strong word. It mixed with a bunch of other plagues like Justinians and such, and it formed the common cold.
So
But people have
devolved.
people just have a resistance to it. If you didn't, if you didn't have resistance to it,
That's like any disease.
But yeah,
If you had no immune system, a cuts infection would kill you.
yes.
So,
If you lived on a space station and it had no immunity,
now we slew the abominations
that haunt us.
That's probably gonna say
We killed like a few hundred of these.
probably.
We slew the wicked men, the abomination of the haunted, things like that. We killed. It's like telling a story.
You know what actually honestly surprised me about this game?
What? That you win?
Well, not just that, but there's just like, I know H.P. Lovecraft had this like
Rubies.
deep.
Remind yourself
Wow,
that
actually, that's worth more than a
overconfidence
sapphire.
is slow
Just give it a
and
money sack.
insidious killer.
Because if we find any more sapphires,
Had like this deep-rooted hatred of religion. So, and a lot of H.P. Lovecraft stuff has biblical quotes that either a mock religion or just kind of have it in there because it's fitting. Is there even any biblical quotes in this game?
no. As far as I am aware. H.P.
I'm-
Lovecraft didn't like anything that said that he wasn't superior to somebody else based on technicalities.
Trinkets and baubles.
Not even technicalities, just that his ego didn't get fed by it.
It wasn't even his story.
No. No.
I looked up the lawsuit.
You did?
It was not his story.
It's you too?
Yeah.
I looked it up. It was funny. It was actually fairly famous back in his day because he was from a respected New England family. It was weird. Like, it was considered weird because he had a strained relation with his mother because he married a Russian girl from Ukraine. From, at that time, Russia, because she was from the Crimea. From the Ukraine. And she wrote down a lot of the actual H.P. Lovecraft stories. Like Cthulhu, like the one that first mentioned him on the boat. and several other ones, like Shadow over Innsmouth and such. It turns out she was the one who wrote it, and he helped her edit spelling mistakes to in English, but except he put his name down. He actually lost the lawsuit.
Yeah, he did.
He lost all the lawsuits when they got divorced. Now, she kind of faded from history at that point. I learned what happened to her. She went down to New York City and owned a clothing factory. None of her children that she had survived her. So her family line didn't really make it. All of her children died of illnesses and childbirth. And she only lived like 6 more years.
Well, that's kind of sad, to be honest.
Yes. But she's actually... Wow. She's actually the genius behind the stories, which apparently were, from what was written, what I found, stories her grandfather would tell her.
Horror stories. Because
Cthulhu gypsy stories.
Because Cthulhu, I know it's like Indian for the
Destroyer.
For the Destroyer. Which is interesting. At least to me.
Yes, the gypsies she was talking about were the ones that came from India. No one else has stress.
I thought it would heal his stress.
You need to turn back time.
On himself?
No, I mean, every rose has its thorns, I think.
No, he can't heal his own stress because he's a prick. Alright. Now that we know, knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I learned. It was
I'm so strong and powerful. Let's
she just
carry on.
wrote down her village's stories she got from her family. Because our family was descended from a group of people, a type of gypsy from India. But they actually settled down in there. So I guess they weren't really gypsies.
There, yonder.
Yeah. And it was from what she said, it was like a Russian story, like folk. She just wrote them down. From
And made
from
edits
her,
from certain.
Yeah, from her childhood. No, she just wrote down the stories from her childhood.
So we never will know the true mastermind behind Cthulhu.
Yes.
I'm just going to assume my new headcanon is that it was just her grandfather. Just a master writer.
Local priest, probably.
Oh,
What's the same thing that all these characters have in common? Prideful and arrogant.
Yeah, and they kind of speak against pride and arrogance a lot.
Because there is something bigger than them, so bigger and so malicious and like evil that they just kind of snapped. When you're confronted with it, they just went.
Well, it's just... I feel like the biggest problem that a lot of people in the... A running theme in the Cthulhu stories is that their pride and arrogance was destroyed because the thing was, I don't know, undeniably, when it went to individual, his power far surpassed their own. He knew more. He was more physically strong. It was just... There wasn't much... I mean, because...
He can't be superior because that thing is greater than you?
Yeah.
Or the fact that they didn't
care.
Yeah. It was an uncaring thing that you were just a speck, basically.
I guess it was just very insulting. Very world-shattering.
Well, back in the 1800s, that was a huge thing. How we were the greatest. They were the greatest that had ever been. There's a lot of super racism back in that day. People didn't have things because they were genetically inferior.
Yep, back in them days.
And it's still a thing now. It's just less of a thing now. It
It's
was
not
rampant.
publicly supported.
Yes, it was
for the most
rampant and publicly supported back then.
Finding the stuff is only the first test.
Oh, look at all that treasure
Now it must be carried
that we
home.
can't carry. Oh well.
We carry on. Carry on my wayward son.
Darkness holds dominion. Black
I
as
will be
death.
here when you are gone. I don't think that's actually a line in the song.
Yeah, back in that day, there was a lot of weird stuff. They had a lot of wow. There was a lot more.
Is resolution really a sin?
What's resolution?
Refusal to drink.
I don't know. Maybe she didn't want other people. Maybe she was trying to force it on other people.
That's
Pride.
That seems kind of like kind of arrogant.
Yeah, arrogance and pride are a sin. Can't just force people to be you.
That's what the Nazis did. I mean, when you think about it in terms of that kind of relationship,
laden with loot are often low on supplies.
the Nazis were just like taking it to a more extreme,
Instead of
demeaning you for not being like them. They would just kill you instead.
yeah, there's just it's the ultimate natural progression of it. When they got into
The
power,
final solution, I suppose you would call it.
that their solution.
That's what they called it. They called it the final solution.
And the question for them was, well, how do we make these people go away? It wasn't really the final solution because their final solution was actually involving cloning. Inevitably, they wanted to make a cloned society where no one would be different.
Get scared that he's dying. I understand.
Do you have to go into the rooms or no?
Yeah, you do. Or we probably just like
Waiting to be
How many shovels do we actually need now?
no, no.
I guess we'll find out.
darkness holds much worse.
But ultimately, that's what they were aiming for.
Do we actually have any curios in this place that use shovels?
We probably bring 1 billion shovels into the Weld. I mean, not Weld, Cove.
And the wells,
Yeah, but
because they have.
here we were worried about ruined blockage. I mean, it was quite literal that there could be 8.
The dickload of blockage, but
I guess it really wasn't.
no, not really. Should I just drop one of these stacks?
No, not yet.
No,
Not
because
unless
I mean,
unless we get treasure.
no, because I mean, like, look, explore.
We'll go down there to that one, and we'll see.
No, wait, we gotta go to this one.
All right, I'll just backtrack.
No.
Now, ultimately, what they want was a clone society. Where no one was different. It's their ultimate goal. That and for that kind of racism and progression to that. Then they can properly fight over things like hair color and eye color and minor facial shape, because they won't be different. They'll all be the same.
I mean, in some places they kind of already are. I mean, there's that one place in Germany. What's it called? Do you know what I'm talking about?
That small town that our friend told us about, where my dad, who went to Germany, and my friend, who lives in Germany,
Sometimes.
Yeah.
He's like from Germany.
yes, talks about holy water.
Okay, this should involve someone of the sin.
It might,
I'm just
or
gonna
stress.
vote him. I'm voting him.
All right, it might do just do stress or absolve of sin.
Secrets and
Stress it
wonders
was,
can be
but
found in the most
He had so many
cavernous
bad
corners of this
sins. Like,
place.
I'm not gonna say sins. So many
Quirks.
He's not like High Torchlight. He's not like the first round. He's not like the idea of dying.
The absolution is simply anything from sense of calm to a question answered to any of that.
Well,
After all,
well, you know what calm actually is. It's not that you're like.
no, it's the unnatural type of you cannot happen. You
You're-
cannot pump adrenaline.
That's not healthy.
Yeah. Oh,
Mechanical
so that's what happens
hazards
in a trap.
possessed
Yeah,
by
goes
evil
off.
it just triggers.
So it might be anything from a cure to that kind of problems like that, to a resolution, to even absorption, like the guilty conscience. I guess it just depends. Ooh.
Ew.
That's where we get rid of the shovel, by the way. But once we get in there, do we have any keys?
Yeah, we got plenty of keys.
That's it. Continue adventuring, so we can just grab this and leave. Do we need to camp?
Is there any reason not to camp?
Can we camp in here?
Yes.
Circle in the
on,
dark.
wayward
The
son.
battle may yet be won.
I'll be here when you are gone.
I guess we sleep then.
We'll bow our heads in prayer.
Wow, it actually only took 30 minutes.
All right. Things are going according to plan.
We're doing it.
The match is
Turn back. You're going
the
home.
blazing star is born.
Why don't we turn back? And he's like, well, we should.
The great ruins belong.
The grueling
to us.
adventure comes to a close. That wasn't all that grueling. That was all right.
They hold.
They were all level 2. All had shit. Absolutely specced out. Great trinkets. Now we have 2 cauldrons.
Paid for in blood.
It's not really. Curious replaced Thanatophobia though.
The Iron Frog. So yeah, we just need to clear him of his vampiric spirits. But that is all the time we have for today's episode. We will see you all in the next part.
Bye bye.